I am going to be giving you the ultimate operator guide for the brand new defender and operator coming with Neon Dawn, Aruni. By the end of the video, you will know every single detail about Aruni, every single hidden trick, a loadout, whatever it is you are looking to learn, this will be showcased. First off, we'll start off with it nice and straightforward, which is going to be taking a look at Aruni's loadout. Aruni is a 2-speed and 2-armor operator. For her weapons, her primary weapons, she will have to offer the P10 Roni or the MK14 EBR, which is going to be that DMR. That is the first ever DMR we have had on defense, and it's coming over from Dokubi's weapon. Now, I'm sure we all know the P10 Roni being a very classic weapon for Mozzie and a fantastic and trusty one too, especially with that DMR as well. For this one, it is going to personally come down to that personal preference. They are both fantastic weapons, and having access to that DMR on defense can be absolutely huge too. Therefore, it is whichever one you see fit. If you want to go for that SMG, run the P10 Roni. If you want to try out the DMR, go for that. She will offer you the PRB92, which is going to be an only pistol option. That's the only one, so take that one, obviously. Then for her gadgets, she will have access to the barbed wire or the bulletproof camera. Now remember, all of this stuff is currently on the test server, potentially a few days before it is about to go live with the new season. So potentially a few minor things could change here and there, but for the most part, it will be the same. You want to be taking that barbed wire if you're going to be looking to delay and slow down the enemy even further. It's going to depend on your team's composition on what they are also bringing too. If you need that barbed wire for a sound cube, bring it, great. If not, take that bulletproof camera, which is also fantastic for gaining that intel in a range of areas. For Aruni's general role on defense, if you don't know what a role is simply how a defender will be played. You've heard of the common phrase an anchor and aroma. Those are two different roles. I've covered a full guide on the different roles of the siege. There will be a card in the top right if you do need a little bit more information on those. Aruni definitely seems like a jack of all trades operator. She can roam, she can easily anchor, and as well lurk. Which is why for the roles, that's what I would say she is, and that's what I would say you should be using. Now moving over to Aruni's ability, which is going to be the Surya Gate. Now Aruni can deploy these gates onto doors, hatches, reinforced walls too, which is going to essentially stop the attackers from entering it unless they want to be penalized with that damage penalty. Aruni's gates are indestructible, meaning that you cannot shoot them out at all. They do take a few seconds for it to deploy. You won't be able to shoot them out at all, but they do deactivate. If you are to run through it as an attacker, those lasers, the gate, you will take 30 damage. And then it is going to deactivate, and it will be able to be recharged, and it will be able to be reactivated within 30 seconds of time. However, when a defender tries to run through it, the gate will simply close. When they get close enough to it, you can kind of see the range here and how close you can get before it will open, and then it will open with a white laser, and you will be able to get through it. This also means when you are going to be an attacker, if you see that gate simply shut down and open up for a defender to come through, you know the defender is going to be nearby, so it can be a little bit of a visual cue for you. Now, not only can you disable it by running through, that isn't the only method. You can simply disable it with projectiles, such as a flashbang for example, a grenade, a Thatcher EMP will also work too. Any kind of throwable projectile that goes through, even a drone, if you decide to jump your drone through, that's also a method of doing it. However, there will be a little slit at the bottom of the gate for drones to go through. If you place a gate on the door, what will happen is it will have a little gate at the bottom, which means drones can go through. Be careful though, if you jump, you might find yourself getting taken out. But this also does mean that defender projectiles are also going to be taken out by the gate. If you decide to get your smoke canister, throw it through the gate, that's going to disable the gate and destroy your smoke canister. Which means if you are on defense and having to deal with this problem, I would recommend stepping forward to open the gate slightly and then throwing it through. Aruni is able to pick up these gates anytime they want to, so the Aruni player, if it places one down it gets disabled, they can pick it up and place it on a new location. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, what happens when the gate gets deactivated by a projectile or an attacker? It's disabled. What happens after that 30 seconds is up? Well, you now have to go ahead and manually activate it. And there are a couple ways in which you can manually activate that gate so it can be turned on again. Simply, all you have to do is go ahead and shoot it. Just fire one bullet at that gate and it will be able to open up again if you shoot it at the pressure point. It's not just the Aruni player who can open it again. Any defender, even an attacker, can open that gate up again. But now this is a very unique trick and a very handy one for those Maestro players, and it is going to be a nasty combination you can use with Aruni. And that is the ability to use your Maestro camera to be able to turn the gate back on. Yes, that's right, with Maestro's lasers, that is going to act as a pressure point when you hit it. If you fire your laser at the Aruni gate, you will be able to reactivate it. Meaning that if you place your Maestro cameras in careful positions where they can cover a lot of areas as well as that Aruni gate, you can turn it back on whenever you want to. With the ability to be able to stop those reinforcements and cover them up, you can do this with rotation holes too. When you go ahead and place your Aruni gate down, if you have it on a rotation hole on that soft wall, you will be able to cover it, allowing it essentially to be a little security system for the defenders to go through, but an attacker won't be able to go through that rotation hole unless they take it out. And it's also going to work when they get the breach open. If they're trying to breach open that reinforced wall, your Aruni gate is down, it makes it a little more difficult for them to take it out. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Aruni's passive ability, which is very strong and handy indeed, and it's a unique characteristic that has been added for the first time into Rainbow Six Siege. Aruni, from a background story, does have a prosthetic arm, which means that she can make a lot larger melee holes when using her melee. Essentially, if you imagine the current melee right now in Siege, and you buff that, that is what you're going to be getting with Aruni. You can now punch open soft walls with a really sizable hole, and as well you can do a lot of other things, such as one-hitting open barricades. No longer will you need to open it with 3 times, just a 1 time works for Aruni. You can do this on any soft surface, whether it is going to be a floor, a roof, or even a wall, it's still going to open that sizable hole. Not only that, but she can also one-hit those barricades like I mentioned before, allowing her to get some spicy runouts and peaks, and it is going to give her that time advantage. So therefore, with that brand new runout timer coming in at 1 second, it's going to give you a little bit of a more time advantage with Aruni being able to one-hit a barricade. Now not only this, but she can also do it with hatches. She can one-hit open a hatch, which is very useful indeed. Whether you need a hatch open or to rotate out, she can do it very easily with at the cost of no utility wasted. Now on top of that, you've also got Aruni's ability to make rotate holes. I'm sure we all know when we thought of that Aruni ability to melee open the soft wall, it's going to be used on a rotate hole, and you can do it in 4 hits. If you are smart about it, doesn't take too much practice, however, give it a try. If you do 4 hits with your Aruni melee ability, you will be able to open a full rotate hole that you need. And this is extremely useful when you are going to be making those quick rotate holes in the prep phase at the cost of no utility again. And that right there is the brand new operator Aruni coming to Neon Dawn. Comment your thoughts below with this new season arriving in very soon. If the video did help you out, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe, because there are going to be many more tips and tricks videos coming for Neon Dawn. If you do want to see some of the live gameplay for Aruni when she does release straight away, I'm going to be live streaming it over on Twitch at matchpoint_, and there will be a link in the description if you would like to pop by when we are live. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.